has helped represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthis, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Welcome to the Prison Show. Would a Friday night be like without a little technical difficulty, right? Right. Well, welcome to the Prison Show again. Tonight is Friday, April the 19th. And, man, I don't know if y'all have been listening to the news this week, but, well, Texas protest organizers could see more lawsuits coming against them after the U.S. Supreme Court decision. Yeah, that came down this week. I think we're going to put everything in Gloria's name. What'd you think, Gloria? I know you're listening. All right. And let's see what else we wanted to remind you of. Those HIPAA forms. Remember those forms? Well, with the summer coming upon us, we need to make sure that you have your HIPAA form turned in. It's good for 2 years now. And don't forget to do that, because we also had an article come out about COVID and how officials failed to act when COVID hit prisons. So I've got the huge article about that and the death rates in different states regarding that. So we got the heat, we've got illnesses, COVID, and we also have a petition. I don't know about y'all, but when I roll up to visit some of these units, the flies and mosquitoes are so disgusting. I I must have had about half of the Estelle unit flies in my car after I left last time. Anyway, there is a petition circulating about mandating regular fumigation for Texas prisons. And they have a quarter with a mosquito right by it, showing how big the mosquito is. It's freaking awesome. Anyway, we have that petition. I threw that up on the Prison Show's Facebook page because, as we all know, mosquitoes cause disease. So, and I would appreciate a little less flies hitching a ride with me, getting out of Huntsville. They're like, oh no, we're out. Let's go. All right, so we had that. And of course, other stuff that we're going to be throwing out on the airways tonight. But David has lined up a fantastic show for us. Maggie Luna, the executive director of Texas Harm Reduction Alliance, is going to be on the show. Marcie Marie, we all love Marcie Marie's TikToks, social media influencer and community outreach coordinator for Lioness Justice Impacted Women's Alliance. She's going to be on the show tonight. And in the house, Pam Perillo, Tise, is that how you say it? Tise. And Connie Woodard, they are both in the studio. They are death penalty abolitionists and returning citizens. Pam is a former death row inmate. So they are here. And of course, Linda and I mean, what could a show be without Linda and I? We are here to make your weekend complete, right? That's right. Or week complete. It's not, the weekend ain't over. I just got finished with my work week. I don't need to make the weekend already over. So we're going to mix things up a little bit. We had the schedule already lined up, but Pam and Connie's little babies are out in the truck. So we want them to be able to get their story out there and get on the road so the babies can be happy. And Connie, you're looking at a little short there. She's in a chair that I think is sitting on the ground. I'm almost positive.
She's short.
She is short. Yeah, I know the feeling. Anyway, here, get the mic close. All right, so you had stated, I think a few weeks ago, that you met Pam when you were incarcerated at Harris County?
1984.
1984? Mm-hmm. Wow, okay. All right. So you've known her quite some time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just a few. So were you in the same prison as Pam?
No.
No?
We were just in the county together.
Just in the county. But y'all kept...
we kept in touch.
Kept in touch, okay. So what prison were you at?
Mountain View.
Mountain View.
Riverside. And Sycamore.
Sycamore. I'm not sure I've heard of that one.
It's
one of the satellites.
Oh, a satellite. We need satellite prisons. All right. So how long were you in, Connie? Make sure you get right by the mic.
About 15 years.
15 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so after you got out, you started corresponding with Pam?
With Pam, yes.
All right. And what did you do when you, how was your incarceration?
When I was incarcerated?
Yeah. Did you go to school?
Yeah, I went to school, and I did electrical. I did training,
Mm-hmm.
and I did everything I could do if they let me do, in prison.
Right.
So, but I mainly went to school in electrical training, and got out of there.
Got out of there, and what are you doing now? Out in the world, what did you do when you got out of prison?
I started a drug program called Texas Treatment Program, Texas Treatment Program in Houston.
Okay.
And I worked for him for a long time. And then after that, I kind of retired. My dad died and left me a lot of money, so I've been living off of that.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your dad passing, but so that's good. That's good. So you were able to learn a trade while you were in
Yeah, electrical trades.
electrical. Okay, so when you got out, you were able
To get a job there, too. So I went to, my brother owns electrician companies, and he hired me for a while. And then I wanted to get into the drug program because I was a heroin addict for years.
Okay.
So I really wanted to work with a lot of heroin addicts, you know, any drugs. And let them know if I can get off, you can get off. And especially me, you know, anybody can get off.
Right. Okay. So tell me a little bit, when you got out, you got back in touch with Pam?
Yeah, I saw, a friend of mine saw, everybody knew about Pam. I've told everybody, if she ever gets out, I'm going to be with her. And then all my friends saw her on Facebook, and I thought they were messing with me. They said, that girl you're talking about, Pam, well, she's home. I said, no, she's not. They go, yes, she is. So I looked on there, and I thought I was going to pass out. And it took me almost 8 months to find her. And they thought I was a stalker at first, because I kept calling texting these people, and they told me, you know, quit stalking her, and I know who you are. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, just give her my name. Nobody would give this girl my name. You know, so finally, I knew she knew Gloria Robot.
Right.
So my friend saw it, Gloria's page, and then she knew Pam knew Gloria because of me. So she went down and seen Pam Tise. And she goes, look at this, and tell me if this is Pam. So I looked at it, and I said, that's Pam, that's Pam.
Yeah.
So I texted her, but I said, don't send it yet. Then she sent it, and that's how we found each other.
So did you help in Pam's book?
No.
No? Okay. I know when we were at Gloria's meeting not too long ago, I purchased I purchased one from my friend Joy, and then Linda had gotten me one. So tell us about how is your book going?
My book is actually going pretty good. I'm sorry, Connie's kind of shy.
Oh, that's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. It's called Salvation on Death Row.
The Pam Perillo story, yes. And actually that book came out maybe a year before I came home.
Oh.
And I didn't even know that some of the girls in the prison had got it. And they were all coming up telling me, oh, I just read your book. I said, what book? I didn't even know that it had come out. So it became very popular inside the prison. And then when I came home, it's been doing really good. I have all the proceeds from that book going to Patriot Paws, an organization that I actually worked for while I was in prison.
And that involves working with the dogs, correct?
Yes, we train service dogs for disabled veterans that need mobility assistance, or they have PTSD, or they need a social companion dog or a therapy dog. We train them for going in courtrooms with children that have to testify for sexual assaults against them. They use them for all kinds of different things. It's an amazing program, and they help a lot of people.
What unit was that?
That was at the Lane Murray unit.
Okay. And I know that I've seen stories about some men who that same program is for, at the men's unit.
Yes.
I guess the need for those types of dogs it's high. There's a high need for
Oh, my
those.
God. When you get to go to those graduations and you see, because the dogs that we train, they have a graduation where the inmates that are dog trainers get to go to. And so you get to see their veterans get their certificates of graduation for the dogs, and then you get to see their families. And I will never forget one little girl getting up on the stage, and she said, "Thank you so much for giving me my daddy back." He had severe PTSD, and he was in the closet a lot, hiding, and was very hard to be around people, and that dog gave him a new life. So it's amazing to know that you can give back that little bit back to people that really need you, and training those dogs made us feel like we were able to give a little bit back.
And you did.
Yes.
How long did it take to train one dog?
It took 18 to 24 months to graduate a service dog, depending. Not very many graduated 18 months, but usually around 24 months is when they're able to go through the whole program. And then they specialize them when they go home, whatever that certain veterans' certain needs at home are. Mm-hmm. They might need a dog to carry groceries. They might need a dog to remind them to take pills, or whatever their needs are at home. Then they train them at home too, the trainers from Patriot Paws. So it's a continuing thing. It's awesome.
That is so odd. I can't. So how many people actually? Like, it was you and how many others?
Well, the gym where I worked on Lane Murray held 10 beds, and so 10 of us could go and live in that area. And then if they had other trainers out on the unit, then they would just come to work every day at the gym, and we teach. I was a senior trainer, so I not only taught the inmates to train the dogs, but I trained the dogs too. So I had been there 7.5 years, and I took other classes on the behavior of dogs, the language of dogs, and just whatever I could get into concerning the service dog. I learned it in there, and it has come in handy out here. I've trained some dogs out here, not service dogs, but certain things that people might need their dogs to do, I can help them train their dogs to do that out here, especially manners. People don't want their dogs jumping all over people, or
and that is very true.
pulling you when you walk. You teach the dogs how to do a loose leash walk right beside you, and usually you want the dog to sit if you stop. So there's, so many different things you can train them to do.
Are you still in touch with any of the people who have one of the dogs that you trained?
Not personally in touch with the veterans because of the fact that I was an inmate, but I am in touch with the program and the people that still are at Patriot Paws.
And they're still doing that at the Lane?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
it's very fascinating when you go online and you look at all of the how instrumental this program is, not only for the veterans but for the people incarcerated.
Yes.
that get that opportunity, like you said. And now it just hit me. I mean, it's been a long week. So it just hit me when you said that you didn't even know about this book.
No, I knew about the book. I didn't know it had already came out.
Oh, so you were
on sale.
Okay. That's why I wanted clarification, because I was like, wait a minute, who wrote a book about her?
Oh, no. I helped write the book, but I didn't know it had already was out there for purchase. So when it was being purchased, I'm like, they were already selling it. Okay, so, but.
And I think it's incredible that you offer the proceeds to go to Patriot Paws.
Yes, that's why I want to sell more, so they get more money.
And I can't think of a better idea. So we're going to probably throw up that link on the Prison Show's Facebook. Make sure Patriot Paws get some more business, or some more donations. That it's an incredible journey that you've been through. Both of y'all have been through together, each separate, but now you're together, and your poor little chihuahuas.
I know. I do want to say congratulations to Melissa. I'm so happy for her. And I want to say hi to all the girls on death row that I left behind. And I've said this before, but I feel like I left a piece of my heart back there. And I just want to encourage everybody out there to know that Connie and I are out here in the fight with you, however we can be, and that we're supporting you in however we can support you.
Well, thank you, both of you, for being here tonight. And we look forward to having y'all back soon.
Whenever
I'll be
you...
a better talker next time.
Oh, no, you were fabulous, Connie, fabulous. And a lot of people love your stories.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And give a scratch
I
to,
will.
to
I
your
definitely
chihuahuas.
will.
All right, now I think we're going to move on with the show, and we have Miss Maggie Luna on line 1. Hi, Maggie.
Hello.
How are you this
How are you
evening?
doing?
Doing fabulous.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm doing fabulous as well, and I really appreciate. I miss y'all. I miss you guys.
Well, we miss you. We've spoken about you several times, and now you are the executive director at Texas Harm Reduction Alliance.
Yes, ma'am. I have taken a new job, and it is the best thing that has ever happened to me.
Well, tell us about it.
Okay, so yeah, I work for Texas Harm Reduction Alliance, and what we do is we provide services for people who've been impacted by the drug war. And, you know, part of my story is I spent 20 years in and out of jail on drugs. I was an IV drug user, and so we are directly servicing people who have been impacted and impacted by the drug war, who IV drug users, people who you know, need to be housed. And so I get to be in the streets every day with the people who've lost hope, and show them, you know, I lived the life that you're living right now, and you can get out. And so just to be able to provide that humanity to people who are living at the worst moments of their lives is very fulfilling. And I'm just so grateful for this opportunity to use that 20 years of drug use for something good, you know?
Something positive, very positive.
Yes, and I mean, it's amazing. You know, harm reduction is something that I didn't understand, but now that I've been on the streets doing this work, it's, you know, vaping is a harm reduction practice. People who...
Vaping, you said?
Yes, I quit smoking cigarettes to vape because I wanted less harm to my body. And so it's just a comparison. You know, seatbelts are harm reduction. A bar is harm reduction. You're going somewhere. I mean, a designated driver is a harm reduction when you're leaving a bar. So these practices exist, but we provide direct services to people who are unhoused, and a lot of our participants are people who've been released from jail or prison and have nowhere to go. And then there's all of these requirements to get into these housing, all of these barriers that they're facing, and they end up thrown to the side. And so being able to directly work with people who are struggling with these barriers, it's a blessing to me, and I'm very grateful for my job.
So where are you located?
So we have a drop-in center on Cesar Chavez in Austin. It's 1803 East Cesar Chavez. Monday through Thursday, we are open from 12:30 to 5. We provide showers. We provide clothes. We have donation clothes every day. We provide a hot meal. During the summer, we have popsicles, ice water. We have coffee that we serve all day long. And while these people are just able to breathe and not have to watch their back every second and live in survival mode, they can sit with us and tell us what they need. And that's where we connect them to housing, to medical treatment. We provide wound care. We provide, humanity, basically. And it's amazing to see these people. Like, you see them when they're out on the streets, but then you see them when they're on our property. They're able to breathe and figure out what, because whenever you're out there living on the streets because of whatever circumstance, you can't sit here, you can't stop and say, I need to go find a job. I need to go get connected to medical services. You don't have time because you're constantly watching your back, trying to figure out where you're going to sleep, trying to figure out where you're going to eat. And so we just provide a space for people to be able to breathe and think about what their next move is going to be. And so that's our drop-in center. We also have an outreach team, and they go out into the homeless encampments and, find people. And our main goal is to provide education on overdose prevention. We are suffering the largest overdose crisis Texas has ever seen, ever. And our people are on the streets providing Narcan and training to people who are using drugs. Because an officer walking around with Narcan is great, but somebody who's overdosing is not going to run up to a cop and say, hey, I need help. Somebody who's using drugs with someone else needs that education and tool to be able to use when they're in these camps at night, late, when nobody else is going to be there. Officers aren't going to be there. I'm not going to be there. So we provide education and training and, to save lives. And we've been able to reverse over 300 overdoses. We've been very involved in these camps, and these people trust our people because everybody who works at Texas Harm Reduction Alliance has lived experience with drug use.
You brought up a point about the Narcan. I had a conversation with someone that it would be a wonderful idea because you see the Narcan popping up everywhere. I do not believe that they offer that in the prison system. Do you know?
No, I don't, but I know that it's available, but that's the problem, is that when somebody is using drugs and they're about to overdose, we don't have time for you to find a nurse who's got Narcan locked up in a closet.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
So it needs to be on everybody. And we're even seeing that in the shelters. We just lost a woman last week in one of our shelters. There was Narcan on site. People knew how to use it, but when you don't know what to watch for, you freeze, and our people who know what to watch for, they know these people intimately. I know, hey, so-and-so, she's not looking right because I'm used to her every single day. I know if I need to go wake her up and move her, So a lot of it is not just about having the Narcan. It's about knowing what you're looking for and caring about these people. I care enough for you to make it till tomorrow. I don't care what your plan is. I just want you to live to get to where your plan is.
You're doing great work out here, Maggie. How can someone write to you?
Our P.O. Box. Let me find our P.O. Box.
I thought I had lost you for a second. I was like, hello.
No, I was like, they stopped delivering mail to our drop-in, because we weren't receiving it. So now we have a P.O. box. It is, P.O. Box 14443, Austin, Texas 78761. That's P.O. Box, the number 1, 3 4s, okay? So 14443, Austin, Texas 78761.
Well,
And we also one of the major points I would like to make is that we are seeing the highest rates of overdose people who are being released. And so I just want people to know that there is help out there. There are people who care and know to stay safe when you get out and stay alive.
yes, stay safe and stay alive. And, I've been screaming that for the people still located in prison, because we've been hearing all these stories, or I have, from my friends at the different units that people are dropping. So we appreciate the information, Maggie, so much.
If we could get harm reduction inside, that would be amazing.
It would be.
So maybe that'll be one of my next missions.
Hey, I'll be right there with you.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you. Y'all have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye. All right. And now we have Miss Marcie Marie. And Marcie Marie is the social media influencer and community outreach coordinator for Lioness Justice Impacted Women's Alliance. Whoa, that was a mouthful, Marcie.
Hi there. It is a mouthful. You ought to have to say it as often as I do. You have my good friend in the studio with you. Pam and I did time together at Murray, and she mentored me in a lot of ways, and I'm so happy to see her.
I'm happy to see you.
Tell her in the mic.
I love you, Marcie.
I love you too. I'm so thrilled to see you. And I was just thinking back to the last TDCJ board meeting that I got to meet Connie and see your beautiful face. And I just keep flashing on that picture of you and Jerry Swain and Laura Cummings. And it was like the old G's, man. It was like hundreds of years just in that one picture of surviving the Texas prison system. Yes, it was a big reunion. I'm just so happy for you, so proud of you. Marie's on here watching. Girl, as soon as I saw you on here, I shared up to the Lane Murray groups, to all the...
Oh, we watch you guys all the time from home, all of us. Me and Connie and our friends, we always have you guys on. Jennifer,
yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate it so much, and that's a good opportunity. I can plug the podcast real quick. My good friend, thanks. My good friend Jennifer Toon and I have a podcast. It's on Wednesday nights. We are usually live, but it's Wednesday nights, 7:00 Central Time. You can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, or anywhere where you hear your favorite podcasters. It's called On the Rec Yard Women's Prisons Podcast. Yes, ma'am. So I'm just really excited to see you. Speaking of the board meeting, that's what we've got coming up, and that's what we've been working on. There's another board meeting on the 26th on Thursday in Austin.
Yep.
And yeah, it's open for public comment. We've had a meeting. The Linus crew is ready. We've consulted, and we've strategically planned out what each of us is going to talk about, because there's so many issues that we want addressed. So yeah, that's what we've got coming up. And
I know a lot of people will be there.
Yes, I'm excited, because the last one in Galveston, that we had 33 people sign up for public comment, and I can only imagine that number is going to be significantly higher in Austin.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I just think the movement is moving even quicker and accelerating, and these folks getting out of prison are getting empowered to find their voice and use their voice and their experience. And yeah, it's really exciting.
I think that you made a big difference too, Marcie, in the way you presented it to ordinary people who have no idea what it's like, and you presented it in a fashion that made them understand.
Yeah, I appreciate that so much, and I think that it's so important. All of the folks that are just openly sharing their experiences, and even not necessarily social media, but like Pam with her organizations, with her book, you know, us telling our stories, that storytelling's a powerful thing. And it opens the door, it kind of opens this little window for the people on the outside to see and know some of the things that are going on inside of those prison walls. And it's just so important. When I was locked up, I remember thinking, gosh, I don't think anybody cares, because if they cared, it wouldn't be like this. Well, it wasn't that people didn't care. It's that they didn't stinking know.
No,
you know?
We didn't. And the way you do, some of the things that you present are so ridiculous when you step back and look at it. But I'm hearing the same thing from the men's unit, and you experienced it also because you're talking about it. And that's what people needed to see. Yeah,
it's important, and I appreciate you making that observation, and I appreciate all the support that your show gives and the work that you guys are doing for sure. Me and Brittany, my wife, are going to Washington, D.C. next week, and we're really excited for that. We're going to the Free Her rally.
Ooh.
And, you know, yeah, it's going to be hundreds of folks. It's a march and a rally, and I've never participated in anything that large of a scale, and I've never participated in a march.
Well,
so I'm really excited.
Well, get ready. Did you hear about that new Supreme Court ruling about organizers could see more lawsuits against them after the Supreme Court decision?
Yes, I did see that, and there's a lot of good groups here that I follow in Texas. I don't follow as many on a national level that are just giving good advice for when you're going to those kind of events, how to protect yourself. And we're following all of that advice, and we will be very careful. But also, you know, we're going to let our voices be heard in unity with all of the other people. You know, there's just too many. That particular event is focused for women. It's obviously the Free Her event, and we want everybody free, right?
Absolutely.
But you know, we want it shut down. So, but we're just really excited to participate in it. Very excited.
Well, tell me, Marcie, how can people get a hold of you?
So people can write me to the at the Lioness P.O. Box, and that is P.O. Box 12051, and that's in Austin, Texas, 78711. You can just put my name on there, and it'll get to us. P.O. Box 12051, Austin, 78711. You guys write me. If you guys have something going on inside, for those of you that are currently incarcerated, and you want me to look at it, you want me to talk about it on social media, if a few people are writing me about the same time, I'm going to put it out there, you know. And so if there's stuff going on, feel free to write me, or if you just need some encouragement, you do that too.
Oh, I think I'm squeaking over here.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, it was me. Well, thank you, Marcie. And I know me and a couple other people are going to the board meeting. Want to make some noise for everyone on the inside. So, and you have a safe trip.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks so much, Pam. I love you. Lots of our people are in the chat. And we'll see you soon, Pam. Thank y'all for having me.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
All right. Now it's time for Linda and I to do our segment. And I think, are you coming in here, Linda?
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I'm coming in there.
Okay. She's coming in. All right. So, good evening, everyone on Texas Death Row and everyone else listening, because we all know you are listening because we keep getting the letters. So great news came out this week. First, or actually a couple weeks ago, Rob Will received some great news from Judge Ellison regarding his Brady evidence. Tomas Gallo, I was laughing about your name again, how I pronounced it that time, had his death sentence commuted to life imprisonment with the chance of parole. This is excellent news. Congratulations. And of course, Melissa Lucio, a district judge who presided over a case, recommended her conviction be overturned because the prosecutors withheld evidence from her defense. I think that sounds familiar. I think Jeff Pribble knows that it sounds familiar, right? Remember, if you want me to check your county for information regarding your case, I can do that for death row and general population. I do not typically check those unless you ask me to, or unless there's a specific reason for me. So let me know. Right now, we have 2 scheduled executions in Texas. So get your phones out because now is the time to call the governor's office, 512-463-2000 or 512-463-1782. Tell him you oppose the death penalty and all executions. Start calling those DAs also. If you oppose the death penalty and you haven't been doing your part, start doing it. Differences do not matter when you're standing with others protesting this injustice. Currently, we have 2 official executions scheduled. That's on the TDCJ website. Romero Gonzalez is scheduled for June the 26th, and Ruben Gutierrez is scheduled for July the 16th. Now, as my friend Mayo says, here's the news you can use. And of course, if you want a copy of the information, let Linda or I know, and we will be more than happy to get that to you. Dylan Compton, you were denied by the Supreme Court coming out of the CCA on April the 15th. Justice Sotomayor and Jackson dissented from the denial. News coverage was very heavy regarding your denial. So if you want any of those articles, let us know. Travis Green, on April the 10th, the state submitted their opposition to your petition at the Supreme Court coming out of the Fifth Circuit. Richard Tabler, on April 11th, you filed your petition at the Supreme Court coming out of the Fifth Circuit. Rodney Reed, you were rescheduled again for conference coming out of the CCA, again at the Supreme Court, but the date has not been given. Just a reminder, you are scheduled for oral arguments at the Fifth Circuit on August the 6th at 3 p.m. Stephen Nelson, you were denied by the Supreme Court on April the 15th, coming out of the Fifth Circuit. Rodolfo Medrano, you were scheduled for conference at the Supreme Court on March the 28th, and then on April 19th, coming out of the CCA, but you were not heard. Again, no date has been given yet. Aurelia Escobar, on April the 18th, an amicus brief of Correctional Institutions Division of the TDCJ was submitted at the Supreme Court in opposition to your petition. I know. Everyone's shocked. Gustavo Sandoval, you have been scheduled for conference at the Supreme Court 6 times coming out of the CCA, but you have not been heard yet. You were supposed to be heard today, April the 19th, but we don't know if you were. Gerald Marshall, on April the 5th, you filed a response at the district court, and then the state filed their response the same day. Another response was filed on April the 9th by the state. John Rubio, on April the 5th, Judge Rodriguez denied your petition for writ of habeas corpus with prejudice and issued a final judgment. No COA will be issued. Jeffrey Prevost, on April 17th, you submitted your response to the state's objections to the habeas court's findings of fact and conclusions of law at the CCA. Willie Washington, on April the 18th, your sealed document hit your district court docket. Obel Cruz Garcia, you were docketed at the Fifth Circuit on April the 16th. And now Linda has has a poem and some other stuff.
I've got birthdays first.
You
For May. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go.
Okay. Pete Russell Jr., May the 2nd. Naeem Muhammad, May the 3rd. Felix Rocha, May the 7th. Brandon McCall, May the 10th. Ramiro Ibarra, May the 10th. Arturo Aranda, May the 12th. Demetrius Smith, May 13th. Rodolfo Madrana, May the 14th. Christopher Jackson, May 24th. Mark Robertson, May 28th. And Fidencio Valdez, Philo, May the 30th.
Philo.
Yes. Okay, and I have a poem. This poem is by Tyrone Jamal Williams on death row. Okay, here we go. Decriminalize love. I'm executing a warrant for that heart's body. Your habeas corpus probation was too costly. I dared you to violate and run. Sentenced to a life of steamy love, dipping hips and exhausting foot rubs. Ain't running for any time soon, so keep tight, cinnamon bun. I'll care for you, humane treatment, and better conditions in Texas prisons. That smile I just caused is the one you've been missing. The thing you should get used to this day. Clean my palate, now eyeing your body's tray. Spread time, yea, pun intended. You can't say yum without a hum. The vibration alone will cause liquids to run. Sprint, lean back like pressure, talk free, cigarette in hand. Let's get that body to vent. Miranda rights was blue pass. Law enforcement get yet another new pass. Add seg now on Texas death row. My mind and imagination is still amazing. Girl, you just don't know my ass. That was hard to read.
I think Linda's face is a little bit red. Lord.
Oh my goodness, Tyrone.
She needs to
Is it
fan.
hot in there?
Yeah.
She needs to fan herself.
Oh Lord.
So, we do have, or an article, I did mention that a few things came out this week, and so Reprieve did a study, Lethal Injection in the Modern Era, Cruel, Unusual, and Racist. So what they have found, they conducted an in-depth comparative study of botched lethal injection executions in the modern era, and they found black people had a 220% higher odds of suffering a botched lethal injection than white people. 220% higher. We have the, I printed out the entire, I mean, it's very in-depth. They speak of different, Arkansas, Georgia, Alabama. I mean, we've all heard the horror stories, especially the one, Clayton Lockett out of Oklahoma. That was, horrendous. Anyway, they did this study, and it just came out this week. It's pretty. We can get it to you. It can't go on e-message because it's too big. But
That's horrible. I mean, that's just really horrible.
yeah, it raises some eyebrows. That's for sure. And we also have the appeal. I'm sure people are familiar with that. I've sent many articles to people, different things that they come up with, but they did this, how prison commissary price gouging preys on the incarcerated. And, like we've said all along, it's not just the incarcerated, it's their loved ones. And they compared prices throughout all the states and how it keeps rising. I think they compared soups, and Texas was one of the lowest priced in soups. And Texas, I think the ramen now is 35 cents.
Yes.
For one soup. And when I first started corresponding back in 2005, it was, if I'm not mistaken, like 20 cents, maybe 25. But when you look at it as just one soup.
Right.
Right. And they said it's 2 servings. I do not agree with that. I don't think it's 2 servings. I think it's 1 serving. So anyway, we have that article also. So we have an article on the lethal injection in the modern era. We have that. We have the appeal with their commissary. And we also have how Texas protest organizers could see more lawsuits. There's so many articles coming. People are still analyzing it. We have that one. And, of course, we have officials failed to act when COVID hits prisons. So we have all that. They compare all the states, 697 deaths in 2020 in Texas. So that was a 60% rise in death rate for people in prison. So that was for Texas, but they have all the states for that. And again, I want to mention the petition. We all roll our eyes for petitions a lot, but this one to mandate regular fumigation. I mean, it would stand to reason. Like me and
They need to, yes.
yeah, like I said, me and my friend Julie went to Estelle a couple weeks ago, and I really think that almost every fly in that near vicinity hitched a ride in my car. So I was like, what the? So, and in prisons, did you know that according to AD 1064, the heat directive, TDC must provide the following during extreme heat conditions. Now it says this is their policy, and they are required to provide water, ice, fans, showers, and a respite area. If the unit is over 90 degrees, incarcerated individuals can request this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, I didn't realize that they could request it that often, because when I speak with people, they always said that, they're alternating people to go sit in the library or go sit in the chapel. I didn't realize that someone can request it 24 hours a day. And, of course, the water must be provided at all times. Ice must also be provided and replenished on a regular as-needed basis. Fans for offenders in all custody levels to include restrictive housing and disciplinary status where electrical outlets are available. And showers. Now, they're lucky if they get a shower, most of these people, once a week during a good time. But this says additional showers for offenders when possible with lowered water temperatures for single temperature showers in offender housing areas. But like I said, most of the time they can't even get one shower.
No.
Much less an additional shower. It says additional showers. So we have that. And of course, I will be going to the Texas board meeting, which is this coming April the 26th, this coming Friday, a week from today in Austin, like Marcie was saying. And so I will be there. My friend Joy's coming too. And we have someone who requested to hitch a ride with us. So we're going to be invading that. If you would like us to talk about anything specific, definitely drop me a message. If I'm on your messaging, or drop Linda a message and she can definitely get it to me. So, that's all we have. David.
You know, you're live on my personal page and I can't figure out how to turn you off.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Well, it's something.
You're coming through the Mevo. That other camera up there, I was playing with it whenever Linda was in here.
Yeah.
And I've closed my phone down and you're still on. You're on my personal page. It works good. I can hear the sound. I could hear Marcie a while ago.
Really?
It's just, yeah, yes. It's just, and now I'm set my earbuds down somewhere and don't know where they're at. So I'm having a heck of a time. I'm answering the phones. I'm doing everything all by myself.
Well, like I said,
doing a fantastic job.
It wouldn't be a normal Friday night if we didn't have technical difficulties.
There we go.
Right?
Now you're on here. So anyway, I got to figure out how to turn it off. But in the meantime, you're on my personal page. It said there was one person watching. So whoever you are out there, how you doing?
On that one, right?
On the Mevo. Remember a while ago the green light come on?
But it's red now.
It's red. That means that it's recording. You're live on Facebook, on my Facebook page.
On David's Facebook page. But yeah, earlier when we were all sitting in here, anyone who knows me knows I have a mouth, and every time I said something, I'd look, and that green, it was like.
Yeah, let me get the phone.
No.
You want me to play the music real quick?
Go ahead, play the music. If you can. Turn me in.
Jack walks between the raindrops as he passes through town. Frankie got busted on the south side. There was blood and bullets on the ground. The candle is burning in Doc Adams' window. He lives by the old hanging tree. Bang bang goes a gun. Hears a voice screaming, murder in the first degree. If you walk down the devil's path of power, greed, and hate, your heart will turn into stone, your mind will go insane. Life's not what it seems to be when you're fighting to survive in the city of broken dreams. About prison, money, and abuse. He talks to Jesus, dying on the cross, sings Johnny Cash songs too. Bobby Jones' childhood memories of heartache and shame. It's the pills and drinking that help her keep her sadness away. Devil's path of power, greed, and hate. Your heart will turn into stone. Your mind will go insane. Life's
You're listening to KPFT Houston. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Team. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped to represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas, obtain parole, and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. More information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, can be found on their website at parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
All right. Now it's the best part of the show, the calls. Remember, have your loved ones call us at 713-526-5738. Option number 2, 713-526-5738. Option number 2. And y'all should know this number by now. Right? Right. All right. Now we're going to go to Patty. Patty is on line 1. Hi, Patty.
Hi. The shout out to Humberto Garza at the Collingsworth Unit. Hey, mijo. Hope you can understand me. My voice is a little harsh. I came home on Monday from Amanda's, and in the morning on Tuesday, my voice was gone. But I'm better now. I went to the doctor today, and they tested for everything, but I'm negative. But my voice still hurts. And then to top it off, not my voice, I'm sorry, my throat. When I was walking up the ramp yesterday, there was like a screw sticking out, and I didn't see it, and it kind of like rubbed my hand, and immediately I got like a big ball. So they gave me antibiotics for that today anyway. So I was glad I went. But we're doing good, mijito. I hadn't called in 2 weeks. When I was in San Antonio, and then I was in Houston last week. But we're doing good, mijo. Your tío went to play baseball again. He thinks he's young. He's not. He pulled another muscle like 2 weeks ago. But he doesn't quit. We're supposed to go take the boat out, I believe, tomorrow. David is here. He'll be here for the next week. And we're going to go take the boat out tomorrow, I think. What else? Anthony is coming home May 16th. I just got a call from him about 30 minutes ago. So we're glad about that, mijo. Cheeto is playing soccer. I'm sure you know by now. He is the goalie. And Beto, he is amazingly good, man. Man, I was surprised. I got to see him this Saturday, and wow. Now, he's gordito, but he moves, man. He's moving out there, mijo. I wish I could see him. Amanda had a great time in Cancun. And, of course, I took care of the kids. I really enjoyed that, mijo. I love you. I miss you. Well, that's really it, mijito. I know your mom's going to call through. I love you, mijo. Take care. Thank you all for providing the show.
Thank you for calling in.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a great weekend. All right, now we have Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I want to make a big shout out.
Go ahead. You're on the air.
Okay, I want to make a shout out to my cousin, Tommy Cantu. He's in Huntsville Unit. For him to, just to pick up his head up high. And we miss him from Hondo. And then I have another shout out to my loved one in the Michael Unit. Terry, I was so happy to see you last Saturday on the video visit, and keep your head up high, and I hope I see you again soon. Love you.
All right. Thank you, Crystal. Okay, now we're going to go to Miss Shirley. Hi, Miss Shirley.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Just fine. Well, I know you heard that.
Yeah.
I'm just calling to do a shout out to Blaine. Blaine, she just sent you a kiss too.
Aw.
Just to let you know, there was hope. I love and miss you more and more every day. And, I love the devotionals that you read to me every day too. Those are part of my week now. So you keep your head up, as we all do, and we pray for each other. Now do shout out. He gave me a new name to do shout out to too. So, hey, Big Will, Mark, Eric, Mayo, Beto, and my new name is Wonderful Mr. Rodrigo. It's Roderick, but I call him Rodrigo. That's just the name. I told Glenn that's what his name's going to be. But anyway, hope all of y'all are doing well too, and thank y'all for helping me take care of Blaine and vice versa. I want to do a shout out to everybody in the unit. I pray for all of y'all, and just for y'all to know that I pray for all of y'all, and that the Lord's got y'all. So I'll talk to you tomorrow, Blaine. And I love and miss you, and thank y'all.
Thank you, Miss Shirley. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, now we have Caitlin.
This is a shout out for Beto Garza in Plunsky. Hey Boo, how are you? I hope that you're in good health, spirits, staying safe, and that there's a smile on your handsome face. As for me, everything is okay. Yeah, I'm doing good, yeah. The rain here is still raining. Yeah, we're all quacking and be swimming to work and getting, or maybe get a boat into work instead of a car. Other than that, yeah, everything's good. Daytona is here with me. She is having her belly rubbed and getting cuddles. And I went up to see Buddy earlier, and he is doing good too, and he got his carrots. So, yeah, let you go now, and know that you have my heart, thoughts and prayers. Good night, sweet dreams, and I'm sending you big hugs and kisses. And to everybody at the prison show, a big, big thank you for making this happen.
She's always so nice. All right, now we have Clarence. Hey, Clarence.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing all right. I got me a part-time job. Social Security told me if I get a part-time job, I can get my other 2 points by August. And I get 2 checks retirement and all that in August. So I come got me a part-time job. I ain't making much. I made $500 last week, so I'm doing all right. I'll say hello to everybody on the show, the Stewart, Mike, and all of them. Captain, I know he's listening somewhere. And all you brothers on the unit. I would like to tell you, Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Mubarak. I hope you all had a wonderful Ramadan, brother. But I was thinking about all of you. The brother on French Robinson told me to tell all y'all hello. And give a greetings to y'all, so I'm telling all of you that hear me. Y'all take care, keep smiling, and y'all help each other. Regardless who it is, y'all help each other, man. And please get in school, get a trade or something. There's so many jobs open out here so it ain't funny. Y'all take care. Know that I love all you brothers, man. And as I try to fade into the morning, get ready for this rain tonight. Assalamu alaikum. It's Ramadan Mubarak. Y'all take care. I think that'll do it for me.
Well, thank you, Clarence. Be careful out there.
Yeah, I'm still fighting this cancer. I took chemo this past week. Well, it ain't nothing to play with. But I'm doing the best I can while I can. Keep trusting the good Lord. I'll be all right. Y'all, so glad y'all going strong with the program. I still miss my radio.
Yes.
Y'all take care. Because I love all of you.
Okay. Well,
I'll try to call you again next week. They pay me for an 8-hour job. I only work about an hour and a half, so I'm not mad at them. Y'all take care.
All right, Clarence. Thank you.
All right. Y'all hold it in.
All right. Now we have Geneva. Hi, are you there? I'm not sure that we have someone on line 5. Geneva or, oh, okay, she's gone. All right.
I got Manuela too.
Okay, well, go ahead and do Manuela.
Hey everybody, here comes my shout out for my husband, Robert Robertson, Polanski Unit. Hi and hello baby, good evening. I do hope and pray that you feel good, that you are alright. As for me, I'm alright so far, I'm good. I miss you, I want you, I need you, and I love you with all of my heart, baby. I'm always thinking of you, and I wish I could be there with you and stay with you forever, baby. My love is all yours and only yours, and I'm all yours and only yours. And I always and forever will be for the rest of my life. My baby, I'm happy that you got your econ. It makes me happy if you are happy, baby. I wish I could do more for you, and I will do my best to do that, baby. And I want you to know that I stay strong for you, for us. And I'm always there for you. Let me know if you need something. And I'm always there, baby. I never will leave you or let you down or forget on you. You are my world and my life. And I never want to lose you, baby. I can't imagine my life without you. And I can't imagine my world without you. My hobby is my world and everything I want. I will never, never, never go away from you, baby. Please believe in me and trust me, my love, like I do with you. We are a couple, we are a team, and we want to stay strong together, and we want to stay forever together, baby. United forever, my love. I want you to know that I'm in love with you like crazy, so very deeply, madly, and truly. And I never will change this, baby. Nothing and nobody is able to get me away from you, my love. Please never doubt in me and my love for you, because it's true love and a very strong love. And you are the only man in this world I want. Baby, good night. Sweet and blessed dreams to you. My thoughts are with you, and you are always in my mind, on my mind and in my heart. Good night. I love you, baby. I love you, love you, love you with all of my heart. Good night, baby.
All right. Now we have Mr. Clinton Young. How you doing, Clinton?
Oh, living an American dream, working my life away.
It's good though, right? It's better.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a good problem to have. I'm not complaining, huh? Believe me.
You could be in a 6x9.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not complaining. I always say my worst day out here is better than my best day in there.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Nothing else really going on. Just waiting. Got some hearings coming up. They said that, they said that they had offered me a plea, which I ain't accepting nothing, but only on one that I would go back to prison. And so that's certainly not an option for me. Other than that, everything's kind of at a standstill. They got new lawyers on the case. It is too big for the 2 lawyers I had. All the cases they got. But that's basically it. Just they're doing the daily grind of life. I give a shout out to Creeper G, Edie, T. Irvin, Waco, Zilla, Randy. Yeah, everybody, right? I ain't forgot about y'all. I'm gonna sit down this weekend and send some pictures to you, Creeper, that you had asked me about. Oh yeah, California Tea. Heard the good news, right? Seen the article. It's good, man. I'm glad for you, homie. Hopefully, it just keeps leading to greater things, right? Like I said, ain't nothing else going on. I won't tie up the line. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, I'm glad you called because I keep getting questions about your case. So I'm glad you called and filled everyone in.
Yeah, it's just, I had a big hearing in last month. My trial was supposed to be in January, but because my lawyers did the impeachment of Ken Paxton, that whole time period, nothing was done on my case. And so they wasn't ready for trial. And the AG's office, because nothing had been done, they said that ethically they could not pursue the case because they don't believe that I had received effective assistance of counsel. And then they really spoke what their concern was, because they said if they went to trial at that point, it would be a guarantee that they'd have to retry the case a third time, which is actually what they was worried about. They ain't worried about me getting effective representation. They worried about if they do somehow get me down there again, having to try it all over again, right? So I got Dana Lynn and a couple others involved. So right now it's supposed to be for August, but this is such a massive case. I don't think that's going to happen either. That's just, how it is. The cause of the criminal justice system moves slowly.
Yeah, they do. Well, we wish you the best of luck, Clinton, and just make sure you keep us updated. Everyone wants to know.
We had a YouTuber that asked about Clinton last week. So
who's that?
I think her name was like Canadian Gal or something like that. She watches the Facebook page. I mean the prison show on the YouTube channel, and she's one of the only ladies that actually comments. We're getting up there now. We got like 98 subscribers or something like that. But we've got one lady who comments just about every week, and we really appreciate it. And wish more people would get involved. But I mean, last week we had over 1,000 people that tuned in on Facebook. So we've got quite a lot of people watching. But that one lady, she said that you hadn't been on in a long time, and that she enjoys it whenever you're actually on. So everybody's missing you, man.
Yeah. My next week off, I just worked 5 weeks straight, right? My next week off will be the first week of May. Yeah, I might try to come down there and see if I can go down there in the studio, right?
Well, even if we're packed on the guests, you can actually sit in there with Dani.
And co-host.
Yeah.
You can come down and co-host. Just spend time with us. I was trying to pull up the deal, but I'm pretty sure we're pretty full.
Hey, well, maybe the last week of May then. I'll get with you on it, right? I'm off the first week of May and the last week of May.
All right. Well, get with me and I'll pull up the calendar, because right now my phone's doing weird stuff. I got locked on the movie or Mevo a while ago. had Danny, had 2 streams of Danny, one on the prison show and one on my personal Facebook page. I don't know what's wrong with my phone tonight. It might be the operator.
Could be.
Well, thanks for calling, Clinton. It's good to hear from you, man. I'm glad you're doing good.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Y'all take care.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, now we have Miss Lydia. Hi, Miss Lydia.
Hey there, Miss Dani. How are you today, Dani?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. It's a beautiful night. It's not as humid as it's been. We've had very humid weather here in the valley. But we're good. We're good, Dani. I'll be up visiting on the 30th, God willing. Hopefully I'll see you all there.
At the 30th of April?
Yeah, the last day of the month. Yeah, it's a Tuesday.
Oh,
Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to say hi to Mijo, and I did get your message, Mijo. I'll wait for your call tomorrow. I did speak with Javier Cortez, and he's supposed to be getting in touch with the pastor, and he said he would get back in touch with me, see what pastor says. Okay? I don't think they're allowing them to take food this time. I'm not really sure. I don't want to say anything. And Tia Early is planning that party for Layla on the 4th. And Tina's having a barbecue Sunday at noon. And I don't think anybody signed up yet for the barbecue at noon. Okay? I'm glad you had a good visit with Pastor Dana and that you were able to be outside, mijo. I did also think about that form that you talked about, the paper form for the deposit. I know Tia Janie has the form. I'll get with her to see if I can get one, give to this family. I had thought about it too, mijo. Okay? Wait for your call tomorrow. My saludos to the guys, to Big Blue, to Jeff, Rudy, Juan, Eric, Blaine, Ruben, Artie, Moises, Annabelle, Roderick, Mark. All of you know that you are thought of and in our prayers. Okay? I love you, mijo. Sending a big hug. And I hope you can hear me tonight. Okay? Love you. Good night, Linda. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Lydia. Have a great weekend.
You too, ma'am. Good night.
Good night. All right, now we have Mike. Mysterious Mike.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike at the Prison Show doing his shout-outs for the week. The guys in Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cuffett, Stephen Russell, Stephen McGee, Philip Perez, Lucy and Michelle want me to do a shout-out for Paul, shout-out for Jovan, Matt, Thomas, Edward Rees, Adam Wilkerson, shout-out for Haas. Tasha wants me to do a shout-out for Payday, shout-out for Oz, shout-out for Curtis Robertson, shout-out for Blaine Milam, shout-out for Bill R. Sims, Raymond Lee Cart, and a special shout-out to Clarence Lee Bowman. Hopefully you're doing much better. And a shout-out for Keith Money. And I hope everybody has a happy San Jacinto Day weekend. Texas won its independence from Mexico at the Battle of San Jacinto, April 21st, 1836. And happy Earth Day. Monday is Earth Day. Remember the Earth. And now back to the prison show, and talk to you later. Adios.
In other words, don't throw your trash out the window.
Yeah.
I drive down the road and see all kinds of trash everywhere. It's just really disrespectful, especially on Earth Day.
Yeah, especially on Earth Day. Oh, my God. And you, too, can write to Mysterious Mike Lewis You can write to anyone here at the Prison Show, 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd,
America.
77371.
Speaking of writing to the Prison Show at 226 Chipmunk Trail, thank you, Miss Helen Pajama, and thank you for Eugene Broxton. I got the letters this week, and I think Pledge Drive's coming up in May, and so we'll make sure that we get that on the books. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank y'all both very much. And now we have the not so mysterious Captain Tom.
I like that, Danny. I appreciate that.
No problem. How you doing, Captain?
I've been doing good, thank you. I've been very busy with my veterans over at the VFW Hall and here at Baytown. Also, I want to point out that we have 54 for 54 for KPFT. That means $54 for 54 years of commercial-free community service, and you, as your listeners, we are your voice for you. So please continue to donate to KPFT. And now for my shout-outs. We have Arkansas Juju. We have Leroy. We have John Armstrong. Davey Anderson. We've got David Keys. We have Clarence Lee Bowman. I hope Clarence is doing okay. I've been trying to contact him, but I haven't heard from him. Also, we have, let's see. We got
Clarence said he was working.
Oh, Clarence is working?
Yeah, he called in tonight, and he said he got him a part-time job, and he's already made about $500.
Well, you know, I'm so happy for him because he has been suffering. I mean, bad, you know. But I'm glad for him. I'm happy for him. I'll try to get a hold of him again. Let's see. Oh, by the way, Cowboy Dave.
Yeah, what's up, Cap?
I was having a good dream, and you woke me up.
How did I do that?
With your text.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I hadn't heard from you. I was kind of wondering about you. You know, usually you either call me or call us or.
Oh, I appreciate your concern.
Yeah, well, it reminds me of a song Craig Morgan sings, right? I was almost home. Have you heard that song?
Yeah, I've heard that song.
Yeah. Poor guy woke him up from his dream. He was almost home.
Yep. Let me see now. I've got, I was back to, oh, wow. Peak signs. Let's see. Let's see. Harris Brothers. Terrence Carmichael. Let's see who else. And Mike Dean. That's it for right now. I got to get my list updated, by the way. So, like I said, you donate to KPFT by going to kpft.org or call 713-526-5738 or text the word GIVE to 713-526-5738. And guess what you have to donate to? The Prison Show. I'm Captain Tom, and we'll catch you all next week. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Captain Tom. All right, now we have well, okay. Thank y'all. All right, Gloria is on line one.
Gloria has a busy signal.
Yeah, that was you.
Now, Linda forgets if you hit that button twice, it locks it in place, and it's kind of hard to get off.
Oh, okay.
It happens.
Yep, stuff does. Well, I want to give a shout out to all of my friends on death row, and I am too sleepy to start naming people because then I'll forget some of y'all. Spider, give me a call sometime this weekend. My leg is still so swollen and so painful. I don't know what the heck is going on. But I see the doctor Monday. And for my friends not on death row, Thomas Miller, hey there, dude. I understand your wife's coming from overseas to visit you, and then they're going to be moving you maybe to Cofield. So I don't know when I'm going to see you, and Kenneth Foster, hello. I've been a little out of it with health issues the last couple of weeks, but I saw the, what would you call it, the letter or the statement that CJ and y'all had put together, and I think it's excellent. Excellent. So once I'm feeling a little better, I will talk to CJ and find out how we can start working on that. And, let's see, Thomas and Kenneth are at Polinsky. Oh, and Naaman down on the Ramsey unit. Got to meet your wife. She is as sweet as she can be and really nice. So I'm really happy for you two, and I hope you're doing well. And after I recover from the surgery I just had, which hopefully won't be too long, I will write you and talk to you about a few things going on. So I guess that's it. I want to invite people to a birthday celebration that we're having for political prisoner Mumia Abu-Jamal, who thankfully is going to be 70 years old on April 24th. But we're having an event on April 28th on Sunday at 2 o'clock at Shake Center to celebrate his birthday. Our speakers include Pam Perillo, who y'all heard tonight on the prison show, Minister Abdul Halim Muhammad with the Nation of Islam, Willie Rodriguez with the Brown Berets, and Bunchy Clear with the Black Panther Party Alumni Association. And if any of y'all listening, general population or whatever, we are going to go speak at the prison board meeting on Friday the 26th. Shoot us a letter if you have anything you want us to bring up before this board. There's actually a few new people on the board who act like they're listening when we talk. Mm-hmm. So hopefully they'll still be there on the 26th. But shoot me a letter at P.O. Box 3454. That's the Abolition Movement at Box 3454, Houston 77253. And I guess that's it. If anybody wants to go to the prison board meeting, let us know.
Well, we will see you there, Gloria, because Joy and I and a woman named Jenny are all going to be there.
Oh, good. Good deal. And I hope we'll see you at the Mumia event. You know, we're having it on Sunday because you said Saturday was a bad day for you because you go visit.
Right. No, I'm going to be there. That's the next Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, the 28th, the last Sunday of the month.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, his health has been so bad the last few years that for a while we weren't even sure he's going to make it to his birthday, but his health has picked up a little. He had open heart surgery 3 years ago, and they never put him on the prescribed diet. They never allowed him to exercise that the doctor had ordered. So anyway, we're very thankful that Mumia is still alive, and we'll be celebrating his 70th. And, you know, he's been in prison, I think, 42 years. And when you're in prison, you age faster than people living out here. So for him to reach 70.
But I know some of my friends who have been behind those walls for, like some of my friends have been there over 30 years. They look like they're babies. Of course, they've been
really?
They've been in a lot of the ad-seg people that never see sunlight. They look like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they look like they're babies.
My goodness. Well, we got some good news this week for Mr. Gallo. What's his first name? Is it Thomas?
Tomas.
Tomas Gallo. And I'm so glad you told me about that, Danny. When I told Spider, he's like, no, you're lying. And I'm like, no, Danny doesn't lie.
Thank you.
So, he was already shouting to somebody about it.
Yeah, if you can believe this, I sent him an e-message saying congratulations, because I thought by the time he received his e-message that it would have been like he would know about it. But for a change, Polonsky got that e-message to him in record time. And when he responded to me, he was like, about what? Congratulations about what?
God.
He didn't even know about it.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
But
go ahead.
No, it's just exciting. It's exciting for him, his family, his friends.
Absolutely. Absolutely. National Public Radio had a really alarming story this week. I mean, we know from the cops to the courts to the prisons to death row, racism plays a big role in what happens. But National Public Radio published something this week talking about how even executions are worse for people who are black, from the way they're treated in the death house to the way they're strapped down to the amount of drugs they're given. It's a really horrifying article.
I mentioned it earlier in the show that I have it printed out here, but we can definitely get it to people who are interested in the article. It's very detailed, and they went into case studies for Kenneth Williams out of Arkansas, Brandon Jones out of Georgia. It's a really horrifying article and a good look into the humanity of the death penalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was. I woke up yesterday morning with that. Minister Muhammad had texted it to me at like 6:30 in the morning. He's like, "Glow, things are worse than we thought."
Yeah. Well, Gloria, we appreciate you calling in, and I look forward to seeing you Friday, because Joy, I, and Jenny will be there on Friday.
Okie doke. See you then.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Now we have Freddie. Hey, Freddie.
Hey, what's going on? I want to shout out my boy James Dudley at Wallace Pack, and really everybody in the system behind the Iron Curtain. Everything's going on good out here. Y'all keep y'all's head up. What can I say, man? I mean, just keep going forward, and good things are coming. I'm working, trying to get my body back in shape. Besides that, everything else going pretty well.
Round's a shape, Freddie.
Huh?
Round is a shape.
Yeah, round is a shape. But hey, I lost already, man. I'm already at 160, bro. Remember when I got out, I was 250.
Yeah, well, I'm almost 300, so. What's the secret? You getting sick? Is that the secret?
Probably so, about 4 or 5 times of COVID.
Either that or you're a newlywed.
Well, yeah, still on the honeymoon. Yeah, and everything else going out really well. My wife is doing better. She's at home now. And, just pray for her, guys. I need y'all to pray for my wife. She's not feeling too well. But, hey, God is good, and God will listen to you guys. So we all get together and we pray for her, and she'll be all right. And we pray for David, too, so he can lose a little bit of weight. If he wants to.
Jeez.
I think we all want to.
Yeah.
It's just easier said than done.
Hey, get off the sodas and the bread. That's what I did.
Yeah, well, I'll lose 20 or 25 pounds, something like that, and then I'll gain it all back and then some. I stop eating chips. I stop drinking my sodas, and I mean, it's a roller coaster.
It is. I have the same problem, man, but for some reason, I guess when I got that injury, I get nauseated real easy. Constantly, man. I've been nauseated ever since I had that injury. So I can't eat too much.
With your wife cooking, I would think you eat the whole kitchen.
Man, I almost did yesterday. Fresh tortillas every meal.
Yeah. Must be nice.
Man, it is heaven. It's not nice, it's heaven.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yes. Anyway, guys, y'all be good in there and keep y'all head up. Stay ready. That way you won't have to come out here and get ready. And y'all just make the best of it, guys. Make the best. All right, David. Let's see it.
All right. Now we have Early.
Hello. Thank you for taking my call, guys.
Well, thank you for calling.
Hey, yes. Hi, Mijo. This is Tia Early. Hopefully you find yourself well and with a big smile on your face. I love you, miss you, and send you a lot of hugs and kisses. We're here just home watching TV, and today we poured out some more concrete during the walkway to Frank's gym and to the storage place. So it came out okay. Other than that, not much. Also I bought a swing set for the baby, for Alex's girl. So she's been enjoying it, but we need to put some grass down in the back after I've done the patio. So we'll be doing that next project. And then also think I'm going to buy a little car. A used one, though, because the new ones are very expensive. I went last weekend to look at a car, and, boy, they're outrageous. Of course, sometimes it's better to buy a new car than a used car, but I got to think about it twice since, I don't know, I'm thinking of retiring, so I don't want a car payment and being at work, so we'll look at that. But Layla needs a car, so I need to probably thinking of giving her my car, and then we'll see about that. Other than that, I'm fine. My back's still hurting some, but I'm feeling a lot better. I'm working back at work full time. Of course, I go to work until 9, but that's okay though. Other than that, hope to see you again pretty soon. I'm going up with your mom hopefully soon. And here's Uncle, so you can say hi. Love you and send a lot of kisses.
Hello, hope you're doing pretty good, son. Okay, we're just sitting around watching the movie. Okay. Other than that, we've been good. Everything's okay around here. A lot of work.
He wanted to retire, so now he has to work.
No, you give me work. So, I guess retirement's not that good right now. So, Lana, hope you're doing better, and God bless you. Kita Frank.
Hey, Beto. It's me, man. My mom just told me that they were going to take away all the tablets. What happened? Give me a call, man, whenever you can. Tomorrow, if you can. Tomorrow's Garcia Haney fight tomorrow night in New York at the Barclays Center. Garcia came in overweight by 3 pounds, so he has to pay $1,500,000 to Haney. So it's gonna be a good fight, man. But give me a call and let me know what's going on. Hope you're doing well. Love you. Good night. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Likewise, ma'am. Bye-bye.
All right, Lupe.
Hello.
Hi, Lupe. How are you?
You hear me? I'm doing just fine. Thank you. My shout out is for Isidro de la Cruz, and he's in the Polanski unit. Just wanted to stop by and do a quick hello and letting you know, Isidro, that everybody's doing fine, all the family's doing fine, and just to let you know that I'm praying for you. I pray for you every day. I hope you're doing well, and I'll be checking next week, hopefully. And I didn't put an alarm in. I almost missed today to do the shout out, but just praying for you, keeping you in my prayers. And I wanted to thank you all for making this possible. Thank you very much, and you'll have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Good night.
Have a great one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, now we have Linda. Hey, Linda.
Okay. I want to say some shout-outs. Michael Moyers, Thomas Miller L., Paul DeVoe, William Owen Sr., Jaime Cole, Franklin Davis, Will Spear, Cedric Marks, Robert Satterfield, Robert Solis, Lucky Ward, Ronald Haskell, William Hudson, Juan Balderas, Blaine Milam, Paul Story, Walter Sorto, Robert Roberson, Britt Ripkowski, Charles Hill, Iron Thunderhorse, Curtis Robertson, Stephen Curry, Eugene Broxton, Marcus Drury, Troy Glover, and Driver. Thank you for the poem tonight. And Iron Thunderhorse, I think I just called him out. Paper Cup at the Estelle Unit, Midget Titan at the Estelle Unit. And I want to say a special shout out to Gregory Allen at the D-Ball Unit. I work with your mom. She told me your story, and I'm giving you a shout out tonight. I hope you're listening. Good night, guys.
Okay, and I'm going to give quick shout outs to special thanks to Eugene Broxton. Thank you very much. Roderick Harris, or Debo. Is it Debo? Jeff, my biggest fan. Brett, Michael Ferguson, Driver, T. Hey, T. Big Head. I think a different big head than the one, than the big head in general population. All right. Blaine. Hi, Blaine. Mayo, Leroy, Larry at the Huntsville Unit, Jay at the Wynn Unit, Toot, Leah Willis and Joe Don, along with Chucky at the Wynn Unit, and a huge hey to Rex Alicious and CJ, along with Midget Titan, and of course, Paper Cup at the Estelle Unit.
Did you say Toot?
Toot, yes.
Don't mess with my toot.
You know what? I've sent him several e-messages about that. Toot.
Is he a big toot or a little toot?
He is a mid-sized toot. He is mid-sized.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
You have a lot of fun with that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know the half of it.
You really, and the guys back there are having a lot of fun.
I'm sure they are.
All right, I think Chevis has joined us in the studio.
Back live. Houston's such an interesting city.
He brought a guest with him, too.
And I brought a guest. We represent the city of Houston. Those from the unheard and those from the forgotten and the discounted and the always looked against. Happy to be here. Try to make it quick. as somebody said earlier, want to shout out all those behind the hard walls. Please keep your head up. Please keep your head up. Use the tablets for your inner development, for your outer strategy. If you're struggling with a hardship, if something's holding on to you, if you can't put the bottle down. I read something earlier from an organization in Stevensville called Restoring Hope of Justice, where they provide some behavioral health sciences or counseling. They said, if you bring up my past, I'm gonna tell you Jesus dropped the charges, and I want you to think about the life after these charges and after this sentence and after the stronghold. I want you to keep your head up. The city of Houston is quite liberated. I think TOP has a meeting tomorrow called the Leadership Roadshow at their offices on Dumble Street, 1610 Dumble Street in Houston, Texas. There's some interesting things. I just came back from the Harry Ransom Center at UT Austin, where the Prison and Jail Innovation Lab partnered with Dr. Mead and all the good folks at Texas Prison Community Advocates, as well as the UT Law Student organization within, to have the 85 to Stay Alive mock sale exhibition. And Dani, let me tell you, it was hot.
I've been in that mock
You've
sale.
been in that sale.
I have. And you're right. It's very hot.
And folks really left with some strong takeaways. So we're looking for some increased support in Austin on Friday. I know y'all have yelled it out. At the Renaissance, if you're coming to Austin, it's in the Arboretum area of Austin, northwest Austin. If you're coming in on 290, you can take 290 to 183. If you're coming 71, you can take 71 to Mopac and Mopac to 183 North, exit Great Hills, and you'll be in the Renaissance area. So many things happening. We definitely want to shout out always my little brother Devin Michaels at little brother Devin Anderson at the Michaels Unit. Want to shout out Darius Elam holding his head at Darrington. Want to shout out Snooty. Want to shout out Javi Pedro Quintero at the Robertson Unit. I keep thinking about the 4 hours of sleep. Want to shout out all the guys that stepped up courageously to report on that story at the Estelle Unit. Want to always shout out the Death Row Angels for keeping the visitation active. Some folks don't understand the effort that it takes to chase justice and chase reform. So, good show tonight. Thank y'all for having me.
It was a great show, and just a reminder to tag in on that 85 to Stay Alive. Remember to do your HIPAA forms. Remember to do that. Send that paperwork in, because we are coming up on the summer months. Remember that you can, if you need a fan, reach out to us. Let us know. That, it's important that you have a fan. It's important that you know your rights, that TDCJ has to provide you, according to their policy, they have to provide you water, ice, a respite area, showers, even though they don't give you showers now, but they got to give you more cold showers during the hot summer months. And those summer months are coming upon us very quickly. So make sure you get that HIPAA form in, so your loved ones, in case something happens, make sure they have that tool so they can call and get information on you, just to ask how you're doing, if you're alive. Or if, like me, if you don't answer me, my e-message, if you don't call me, you can best believe I am doing a welfare check on you. I will call up at that unit and make them go find you. And I do it all the time. Rexalicious can attest to this. CJ can attest to this. What about Jelly Roll, Linda? She's talking about Jelly Roll.
Tell them about Jelly Roll, Linda. She's asking you, what about Jelly Roll? She can hear you.
I love Jelly Roll. That's my favorite singer of all time.
Yeah, I like Jelly Roll too.
Dee Dee and I are going in June to see Jelly Roll.
Oh man, where's he going to be?
In Nashville.
Oh wow.
Oh, no. That's going to take too long. What night?
Well, he'll be there on the 8th.
Okay.
So that means that we probably won't be live on the 7th.
I'm sorry. I didn't get that memo. I'm sorry. I don't have the memo.
Yeah, well, then if you show up, I mean, you're just going to be here all by yourself.
It ain't happening.
You know, I don't know. You got anything you want to add real quick? Because it's 10:55.
Yeah, for sure. I want to invite everybody to the Starving for Justice Fast and Vigil in Washington, D.C. This June 29th through July 2nd through partnership efforts from Amnesty International, Death Penalty Action, and our good friend Abe Bonowitz. We invite you to this really deep event where we try to relive the 70s where the federal government abolished the death penalty. We want folks to turn their mind to past history. Again, that's in Washington, D.C. If you're really down for the cause, come sleep with us on the steps of Supreme Court from June 29th until July 2nd. I think that's all I got.
Yep. How about you, Dani?
Well, I think that a lot of things came out this week about protesting. A lot of information came out from the Reprieve article to the cost of commissary going up. So keep your ears open and let us know if you would like a copy of any of that information.
And on a national note, Coben Porter was sentenced to 6 years in prison for his deadly DUI crash the same week that his brother Jonte was banned from the NBA. So really sad news for the Porter family.
Yeah.
If you're a basketball fan, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm not.
So anyway, we're coming up with CNVRGE. Y'all stay tuned. A little bit of techno in-house type of. I'm on the bike tonight, so I get to jam out to all kinds of tweaking music and whatnot.
You will be tweaking.
Yeah, but the bike sounds really cool when you're cruising north on 59 with all that tweaking music going on. But it's been a great show. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm sure CNVRGE will appreciate you guys tuning into them too. And for some reason, we've been having technical difficulties, and it's not just me. Howard texted me and said that we have to be off at 10:59 p.m. because the show won't automatically switch over to the other deal. So I have to actually turn us off at 10:59.
Okay.
So we're going to go out with Charlie and the Regrets. That gives me about a minute to play a little bit. So you guys have a good night and have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak.